Oh man,
Are we rolling?
Are we rolling? Dude,
rolling.
I look so goddamn good, and so do you. Fuck.
Thanks, man.
Holy shit, dude. The
I'm so glad you
look,
said
we got
good.
our chains on.
What's up, Indy?
I'm so glad you said good.
What were you gonna say?
I look so goddamn bad.
I thought you were gonna say gay.
No, I don't think I look that gay. I think
you look fine.
I'm not dressed up like
Fine.
a gay,
I mean, fine.
I'm not dressed up like a gay wizard today. But there are times I look like a big gay wizard. Are we going? Are we rolling?
We are rolling.
Hit him.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Pleasure Whale Podcast. Welcome back to the Pleasure Whale Podcast. There was no hiatus for you, but there was a hiatus for us. We are excited to be back in the studio. Chris is back from New York. He's got things to say about it. I had a tumultuous 3 weeks. Let's get into it. Thank you guys for tuning in every week. Thank you, Chris, for laughing for whatever reason you laughed.
Well, let's get into it. Does not belong to us.
Who does it belong to?
Pete Holmes.
Let's get into it. You know what, Pete Holmes? Suck my dick. Let's get into it. You don't own the phrase, Pete.
Yeah, he doesn't. He might not own it, but I like to say we're the whales and we're gonna blow you.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's get into it.
What a great start. Yeah, dude, I am happy to be here. I haven't seen you in a couple of weeks.
I've been missing you. I've been feeling like a porpoise separate from his pod.
Really?
Yes, in multiple ways. From my pod, and the pod. Yes.
Yeah. Wow, dude. I'm glad to be back, dude. I will say, I was in New York for 2 weeks, and it was one of the best experiences I could have had. I was really worried that if I went back there, I wouldn't be able to assimilate back into the comedy community. I know it is shaking a little bit.
Squeaking, right?
Yeah, it's squeaking, but that's okay.
We got to avoid that.
It's just poor studio.
The craftsmanship on this table is not of the standards of our podcast.
Anyway, no, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
We can't hear it.
Oh, good. It was. They said they can't hear it. Blowholes.
Good.
New York was one of the best things that could have happened to me because I was worried I wouldn't be able to assimilate back into the system of comedy
In New York,
because it's just a different beast.
Why? You are so good.
I can be good.
You're so good.
Yeah, but I've been in my head recently, especially LA sets haven't been going the way that I want because I'm a little irreverent. I can be very irreverent.
Define irreverent for me.
Oh, for you? Okay,
yeah,
I thought you were going to say for the listener.
No, honestly, for me.
Irreverent, like dark, kind of naughty, dirty comedy.
I don't.
Yeah.
Is that really the definition?
Definition
of irreverent? The definition of irreverent is naughty and edgy?
I guess edgy would be a good word, but I don't
Can we pull up the definition of irreverent?
Sure, yeah. I don't like to.
Yeah, they already have it, but I can't see it.
Can you just make camera 4 the big part of the screen?
I need to fix something, but yeah.
That's okay.
Okay, do whatever you got to do. Either way, I tend to skew. I do race bits. I do the molestation bits.
That's
do whatever.
True.
So,
there's a thing about. Oh man, this is something that somebody said recently, and I can't think of who it is, but it's comedy is getting away with it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Have you heard someone say it? And I feel like you always get away with it, and you're never like
when a bit is good, I get away with it.
Well,
yeah.
by the time you're doing it for real, so I just don't see you running into too much contention. Maybe I'm too big of a fan of you. Maybe I need to be more critical of your stand-up, but I feel like I'm critical enough of you in general.
Yes, you don't. Me on stage, you could not be a bigger fan. Me off stage,
True.
You've got some words.
Oh, dude, the second you step off stage, I'm like, God, this guy could lose a few pounds, you know? But on stage is incredible, glowing.
Damn. I am. Thank you. I feel the same way about you. Actually, speaking of glowing, hey, Indy, what do you think, man? Is now a good time? I know we just started, but it feels organic.
Sure.
Okay, I think now's a good time. You mentioned the word glowing. I have a surprise for you.
Okay.
It involves us turning off all the lights, and then you're gonna be able to. We'll show you. So
Am I about to get raped?
No, not.
Okay.
I mean, I
We'll
guess
see where
it
it
depends on what you think of the gift.
Okay. If I really like it, you'll rape me. A gift? I didn't get you anything.
It's not really a gift, or something that.
Is there a stripper?
Needs. No, there's not a stripper. Okay, that's for you. You can't open it yet until all the lights are off.
Okay, I won't.
Okay. Sorry, Indy. I know you just sat down.
A surprise, dude.
No.
No. I think this is the right way to start.
Thank you, sir.
I don't know. It depends what it is.
Have we named the whale?
No, but I mean, currently I call him Nameless. Him. I like Nameless for the placeholder.
I like Portricia a lot.
Portricia? I would be okay with Portricia.
Portricia's pretty good to me.
Okay.
All right, guys. All right, blowholes. It's dark. You can't open this. It's dark and hell is hot. Great DMX album. So,
and if you don't know, then now you know.
Yeah, and Indy, you can actually stay in here if you want. So they're going to do this to get focused. Now we're focused. Indy, you can stay in because we're going to turn the lights on shortly after. Yeah, we're pretending he's not here. Okay.
We're doing this new thing where we do visual bits on our podcast.
Yeah.
So this is our first big venture into that.
Yeah, I just now realized that this is not going to be any fun for the listener. But
so in front of me I have a mysterious cardboard box.
Yes.
And Chris has never gotten me anything but in trouble. So I'm excited.
It's cubed in shape. It's like a 3 maybe 5 by 5 by 5 in inches.
Yes.
So
should I open it?
Yeah, feel free to go open it. Go for it. It glows in the dark.
You're kidding me.
It glows in the dark, and here, put it so everybody can see it. Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So, couple episodes ago, we were giggling maniacally at this Etsy shop that replaces the heads of all these animals with penises, and I literally had to go in and do a voiceover because we were laughing so hard and didn't even explain it, being like, hey, what we're laughing at is all these animals replaced with penis heads. And of course, the most prominent, it has big balls.
It has huge balls.
And so, of course.
Put it down.
Of course,
so people could see it.
We love this. And I was like dying. And giraffes were a topic of conversation that day because they're awesome. They're my favorite. And they're super gay. And now we have a glow in the dark giraffe with big balls and a cock. Neck and head. This is the best.
Isn't this a great gift?
This could not have been better.
Oh, I'm so happy that you like it.
There's nothing else that could have fit in that box.
Hell yeah.
Except for like a kilo of black tar.
And honestly, when you look at that, I'm like, it makes me feel better about my cock, for sure. 100%.
My dick is way bigger than this.
For sure.
This is awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's nice. Isn't it nice?
Yeah, dude. I have a distinct urge to put it in my mouth, but I'm not.
It's whatever you want to do with.
I put it in my mouth a little bit. I had to put it in my mouth a little bit.
All right, let's get the lights back on. Okay. We can make them. Thank you, Indy. We really appreciate you, bud.
Can we leave this here? Is this okay for YouTube?
Yeah, it depends on how we face it.
Let's just run it until we get in trouble, dude. Whatever.
Yeah, run it till we get in trouble.
Take our podcast off of YouTube. We got listeners everywhere.
What are you gonna do? Yeah,
we got hoes in different area codes.
They're not. They're blow hoes.
I will be posting a picture. I think I'll probably post a picture of this.
Okay, cool.
Today. Awesome, dude. So tell me more. Are we?
It's probably. We're still recording.
Tell me about your more about your trip. Thank you for the gift.
Of course, dude. Well, you said glowing, and I was like, now is a better time. Now is as good a time as any.
You're glowing.
Yeah.
However, this cock glows a lot more.
that thing be glowing. Women be shopping. That thing be glowing. All right. And and women don't be shopping. I actually be shopping. Everyone be shopping.
It's time to be shopping.
Yeah, it's the holidays. Happy holidays. To you. What do you think?
Happy holidays to you. Happy holidays, dear blowholes. Happy holidays to you.
And many more. All right. And we're back. Okay, so I was in New York.
Yep.
And we had a great time. I felt like I got on stage, and it's riff city out there, man. Everybody's riffing, and the audiences are into it, and they're like they're dirty and nasty, and I love them because they were down for all of the messed up stuff. I actually did one show. It was like one of the last shows I did. Small bar in the back room of this bar, and I came in. And it was lightly attended. And then I talked to a group of like 6 or 7 people that were just kind of hanging out in the front of the bar. Mm-hmm. And I mentioned that I was a comedian because we were all just BSing. And one of the guys was like, "Oh, really? Are you on that show?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Do you do like racist comedy?" And I was like, "Sometimes, honestly." And they were like, "We're fucking going, dude." They couldn't have been more excited to go.
Is that how we get people out?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it works. So I'm like really happy about it.
Everybody wears white at my shows now. It's crazy.
But here's the thing. I fucking crushed with these people.
Yeah,
dude.
of course you did. You had your racist fans in the audience.
Oh man. I mean, I tried not. I don't think my jokes are.
Your jokes are not racist.
None of them are. They're all. They some of them mention race, which I think the layman would be like, ooh, they mentioned race.
No.
Yeah, but that's not. They're not actually racial jokes. Most of my jokes are about how dumb I am. You know what I mean?
True. I mean, endless material there.
Endless dumbness, for sure. But overall, dude, incredible timing going over there because it just boosted my confidence. I feel like I'm fucking on top of the world right now. Also,
love that.
Yeah, and I hung out with Sarah for 3 days in the city. I
don't love that as much, but I'm okay with it.
Well, and I'll tell you, and I love my wife, but she's really pregnant, and that thing is hard to move around.
Oh,
it's like you gotta get it into places. And what are you looking up? Oh, the definition of irreverent.
Showing a lack of respect for people or things that are generally taken seriously. Okay, so that is like you nailed the definition. I've been saying that word wrong for my whole life.
Well, you've also been saying deferition.
Well, I think that I've been saying irreverent and effervescent. Kind of interchangeably. And you know what? And now that I said that, I realize I don't even know what effervescent means.
Effervescent is like now you're going to say fucking evanescence in a second.
Yeah, effervescent, vivacious, and enthusiastic. Yeah, I kind of thought that was the definition of irreverent.
Yeah, no. It's actually kind of, it's not the opposite. They're not antonyms.
It kind of is the opposite. It's opposite-ish.
Yeah, it's opposite adjacent.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Catty corner, if you will, to oppositeville.
Yeah, catty cornered. Yeah, cool. That's where. So that's effervescent. You want to talk about the band Evanescence?
Not really.
Wake me up inside.
Can't wake up.
Save me
from the nothing I be. Can't wake up. I'm sorry, I don't know this song at all.
Good.
But
I don't either. You knew more lyrics than I did.
Honestly, I didn't even know that was the band, but you gave me the first lyric. If you give me the first lyric of a song, I kind of have like crazy lyric memory.
Yes.
Like I definitely have. There's definitely a lot of algebra that didn't get memorized in lieu of Beatles lyrics.
That's a good thing. I feel the same way. Although I did memorize my algebra, but I lot of hip hop lyrics.
Yeah,
anything from the.
I don't have a lot of hip hop lyrics, but the couple songs that I like that are on, they're in there too.
Yeah. Evanescence, Bring Me to Life, Evanescence. We should get off this topic.
Yeah, no.
But apparently they're a Christian band, which I didn't know.
Same with the Killers.
No, that can't be true.
The Killers is a really religious. Hurts. You've never listened to any of their lyrics? They're the most undercover religious band. They're Mormon.
Are they Mormon?
I think they're Mormon.
They're
but yeah,
Vegas.
The Killers are religious.
The Killers are from Vegas, right?
Brandon Flowers might be the most famous Mormon in the world.
Wow.
Yeah, or tied with Senator Mitt Romney.
Hell yeah,
what a
dude.
Stupid competition.
Hell yeah.
It started out with a kiss. I gotta beat Hillary. That's not even at all a Mitt Romney.
Well,
he didn't even run against Hillary.
No, not in the primary. He was a Republican. Yeah.
Gotta beat Obama.
Gotta beat Obama.
Obama.
Yeah.
I mean, those drone strikes.
Obama. Yeah.
We're Obaming right now. But Chris didn't do any Obaming in New York. Do you have any other New York things you want to talk about? New York, to me, it's kind of like a mythical place. I've never been.
Really?
I want to go so bad. I want to time it right to where I can really do a lot of shows out there, to where I have enough respect to be like, can I do your show? And people actually give a shit.
Yeah. You do good now.
But you think so?
I think so.
I think I have enough connections. I feel like I have enough people that can maybe help me. I just do all of Bilski shows.
Yeah, exactly.
I would just kill Bilski and replace Sam Bilski, friend of the pod.
We like to think of him as in the pod, but we don't know what he wants.
He tends to go both ways, so I don't think he's gonna have any problems. Sam Bilski, a very famous bisexual friend of ours. Anyway, New York to me is kind of like a mythical place because I've never been, and so I was thinking about this kind of last night. Because I was looking up some movie and it was like somebody was giving a review and they're like, and it's set in New York. What better setting for the classic setting for an American, whatever, And I realized, my idea of New York is completely based around media. And I've
Sure,
never
sure.
been.
Sure.
Nobody in my family. My grandma lived there, but she's like was removed from it, right? So
Okay.
to me, New York is just
In what way? Like in the
like
Holocaust?
she
when
grew
they
up there.
removed The Jews?
No. She got out of that.
She got out of that?
She didn't. Yeah, my Jewish family escaped pre-Holocaust.
From New York?
Hey, westward expansion. What can I say? I'm trying to yes and you here, having a little bit of trouble.
Sure.
Anyway, yeah, I don't have anything interesting to say about it, except for the fact that I think we may have touched on this on the pod, like expectations meeting reality. Like there's like when you go to your friend's house for the first time and you thought it was going to look a certain way, just that type of like shock of like, oh, here's this thing that I had a picture of in my mind. I thought about this for a year.
Yep.
And so I can't wait to go to New York to where my 30 years of thinking about it gets met with, because I really don't think there's any city that I would mesh with more.
I think they'd love you.
I think they would. I really do.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get there and they're going to hate me.
Well, dude, you know what it is? I mean, there's a lot of things that New York romanticizes, or like the media romanticizes.
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
That actually is probably my main.
Well, everyone in New York kisses upside down. We know this.
Really?
No, that didn't even make the booth laugh.
It made me laugh.
Yeah, okay, good.
Fuck the booth.
No,
we're not doing this for them.
I literally, they're
love
the
the
only
booth.
laughs we can get. They're the only laughs available to us.
I know.
Yeah, dude, they romanticize a lot. Also, I do want to get back to the friend, like going over to your friend's house for the first time.
Yes.
Dude, when I go over, I remember being a kid and going over to some of my friends' houses and being like, what? You guys are rich? Like,
yes.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
I had no idea because some of these kids sucked. These are my friends.
I know because money is what makes people good.
No.
So the fact that they sucked and had money is crazy.
Oh my God. It all makes sense. They sucked and were rich. Oh my God.
Yeah. Wow. Maybe.
Wow.
Maybe it all made a little more sense than you thought.
Yeah. It makes. But you don't think that.
No. When you're a kid, you're like.
When you're a kid. Yeah. When you're a kid,
when you go to your girlfriend's place for the first, you're dating a girl, you go to her place for the first time, and you're just like, another tapestry. It's like, you're gonna.
That's the big, like in your 20s.
Yeah, dude. I think every girl I dated for the first 7 years of my dating life, tapestried up.
Wow, dude. On the walls,
on the wall above the bed, always.
Yeah, dude. I dated a girl who,
it's like a dream catcher, except it's like a nightmare giver.
Yeah, exactly. If you're not into that sort of thing, I dated a girl that had a bunch of tapestries and also went to like a forestry and conservation college.
Oh,
so it was big time.
Hairy armpits.
Yeah. Don't tell her I said that. She'll never listen to this.
I'll figure out who she is. I'll send her the clip.
Yeah, she has dreadlocks. She's a cute girl, but doesn't matter. She's also very nice. Doesn't matter. You ever seen The Matrix?
COVID was great for her, dude. So we both are going into a joke.
Yeah, dude.
My joke was that everyone losing their sense of smell was good for her. That was where I was going.
Oh.
And now your joke was,
if you've ever seen The Matrix, she looked like those the two guys with guns. You know who I'm talking about? They have dreads in The Matrix. That's it.
Yes.
Okay,
I got you.
Right.
Mine was better on that one.
Yeah, 100%. Also, more on that. It's The Matrix dreads guy. She actually has more of a tan than them.
The Matrix does not scream dreads to me.
No, scroll down. It's The Matrix Reloaded episode. There you go.
The
Right?
Matrix. Third
from the bottom.
Yes. I got it.
There they are.
I got it.
There they are.
That's what Madonna looks like now.
Dude, Dolly Parton. Did you see Dolly Parton at the Thanksgiving game?
Oh yeah. With
absolutely giving.
Yeah, she looked good.
Yeah, but I kept pointing out to everybody. I was like, her skin doesn't look like she's showing belly.
It was a bodysuit.
I was like, her skin doesn't look like that.
No, dude.
Yeah.
No, you can't. Hollywood can fix a lot of things, but children's blood is not going to fix your
children's blood.
Yeah, that's like the whole conspiracy. The adrenochromes or whatever. It's like I suck the blood of the children that look young.
Oh, I don't.
It's what crazy people think about. It's the whole like Pizzagate conspiracy.
Yeah.
It's like
No, I know about it.
Yeah.
But I don't.
That's one of the things they think is that it's like they use children's blood to stay young.
Wow, that seems. I don't like that.
I mean, the good thing is I think it's probably not real.
Yeah, most conspiracy. You know what?
But if
I
it
don't wanna
is real,
alienate our listeners.
if it is real, get me some fucking child blood immediately, dude. I'd give blood all the time as long as they're just don't molest them.
Yeah, no, never.
Give me that unmolested child blood.
Yeah,
keep me young forever.
For sure. I don't like that you even had to qualify that.
The UCB, if you will.
The UCB, unmolested child's blood.
Yeah. That's the hardest I've got you to laugh on this podcast is with the UCB.
UCB is a comedy institution. And you're just,
UCB can suck my dick.
Yeah.
Charging $300 for a shitty 101 class.
That and everything else.
I think that improv theaters are scams generally.
Yeah, the improv theaters?
Yeah, just in a general sense. I'm not going to get on this podcast and just shit on improv because that's what every stand-up comic does. I did a lot of improv in my life.
Improv.
I did a lot of improv in my life. I think it's a great skill. I think it's an amazing thing to do. It's very fun when you're good at it, which is most people aren't. But I do think that like the way to do it is like it's such a pay to play kind of thing.
Totally.
And you stand up, you can just do mics and they're a lot cheaper.
Yeah, they're still pay to play, but
they are. But it's not $350 for 6 weeks of a class.
Yeah. That's true.
But shout out to IO West, my favorite improv theater. I went through that one. And I really liked them. And they went out of business, but I think the owner was a creep. I don't really know. Shout out to this business that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Should we get back to the child blood?
No, dude.
Okay.
No, dude. We don't need to get.
He was relieved that we got off of it.
Yeah, I am. Oh, I'm so relieved. Where were we going?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh my god,
we're off the rails. We're excited. We're excited to be here. We're just excited to be back.
Yeah. Well, I feel like we've already talked about. We talked about New York a little bit. I'm sure. Oh, New York is very romanticized in the media.
Yes,
and there's
I know it's not going to live up.
No, I think you're wrong. So, I think your expectations can stay high, and it will live up. It is all of those things. It really is, and it's trash. And
it's a big city,
and rats,
sure,
and
that's part of it.
And there's no, that's part of it. And there's no, the big thing is it's just really not clean because there are no alleyways. And in most major cities like Chicago, LA, wherever, there are alleyways, and that's where all the trash cans go. But in New York, it all just goes right on the sidewalk. So, and they pick it up. And New York is a well-oiled machine. Maybe not right now, but in general, it is. And it's as
Maybe
fast
they could
as
have oiled those towers a little more. You know what I'm saying?
So they fell down faster.
I'm sorry.
What do you mean? What do you mean you could have oiled those? So they lit a flame quicker. So that
I think there were too many survivors. All right, I'll say it.
No, dude.
I'll say it.
No, dude.
There were. Way too many people survived.
I'm Canadian now. I want to apologize. I want to apologize on behalf of the Pleasure Whale podcast. We wish there were less.
Survivors. Yes, exactly, dude. We're on the same page. We're on the same page. Forget about it. We're on.
We wish there were more survivors. I will say that the it's not called Ground Zero anymore. It's it's a park. I forget the name of the park. I'm so bummed.
From zero to hero.
Yeah, it's a very nice park. Go check it out. Anyway, it's beautiful. It's also everything's just tighter, but it's fun. It's like New York. Everyone says this, so I'm not saying anything new. New York is fun hell. LA is shitty heaven. That's
okay.
Yeah,
I think I'll take fun hell over shitty heaven. To be honest,
I agree, but I don't
want to live in New York. I'm way too rooted here. I think about this sometimes when I think about places I would move because in the list of places I've been, I could survive in San Francisco and Chicago. I really like both those cities.
Chicago's so cold.
I've never been there in the winter, and I'm sure if I was, I would immediately come running back with my tail between my legs,
blistering.
But I also have family out there.
Froze off in Rosemont as you were leaving. Rosemont is a city outside.
I gotta get my tail. I dropped it on the loop. Okay. That's funny. Dude. Chicago references. Hey.
Let me get a dog with a pickle on it. All right.
What is that? Oh, is that a Chicago thing?
Yeah, it's like a.
Let me get a pizza that sucks. Deep dish pizza fucking sucks. Hey, if you like deep dish, you can just get the fuck out of here, dude. deep dish.
Oh, no,
I want my pizza to be a fucking half a soup. Fuck
What?
deep, dude. Just a deep dish.
Yeah, dude.
I'm not into it, dude.
It's for the record, most people in Chicago, that's like a treat. They don't do that all the time. I'm just saying. There's another place called like Connie's Pizza, and you know what else that Chicago does really well? Believe it or not, fried chicken.
Oh,
yeah, dude. Go to Harold's or Uncle Remus. I don't know why I'm just repping Chicago chicken.
You're repping
places,
Chicago just in general so hard right now.
I used to live there.
Ah, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I liked it a lot. Technically, I started comedy there, but I don't like to tell people that.
Yeah, my whole family's out there. I really love going out there. There's another place I'd really like to do some stand up.
Yeah, dude, you definitely should. Chicago is the best small town. But it's like it's a big town. It's a city with a small town vibe.
Yes.
That's a great place to do stand-up comedy. They're like totally here for it. They're really cool.
Yeah, that's a place where if I could I would fly out there even for just one gig because I have family, so I can make an excuse out of it.
Well, there's a couple of friends of ours that live out here that are going back to shoot specials out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, for sure. I don't want to plug them because I'm not that close.
That's fair.
Yeah,
You're like, I may have overstepped our relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
We've overlabeled our relationship.
Exactly. Yeah, friends.
It's like when you're out with a coworker and somebody's like, "Oh, you guys are friends," and you both are kind of like, "Have we reached that point yet?
Yeah, we're checking.
Are we willing to admit?"
Yeah, I'm not in any platonic. I have my wife.
You're not in any platonic relationships. You just have sex with everyone you know. I'm not in a single platonic relationship.
Really? Wait, are you saying that to me? I'm not
just making fun of what you almost said.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I'm into it. No, I'm not into it. What the fuck am I saying? Dude, Freudian slips up the wazoo over here.
He didn't want to say up the ass.
Yeah, dude.
Don't say up the ass on this podcast.
No, definitely can't. With this here? Dude, absolutely not. What are you, crazy?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, dude, I can't believe. Yo, and blowholes, I have to say, this is the soonest that we are recording, like the shortest window between a record and a release.
Oh, yeah. When you're hearing this, the echoes of this conversation are still reverberating in Encino.
We're probably still going to be texting about it because that's what we do. We talk for
we talk for an hour and then we text each other about what we talked about for 3 days.
Exactly.
or sometimes weeks at a time.
Yeah, and then we cut most of it. But
that's not true.
Yeah, you're right. And
that's behind the scenes. There's about 5 minutes of every episode that gets cut out, and it's usually just because Chris and I are fucking idiots.
Yeah, by idiots you mean
ill-prepared.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Ill-prepared is better than I was going to say.
Okay, what were you going to say?
I don't know. Molesting.
Jesus.
Well, no, it's just it comes up every episode.
Dude, can you let it go? We get that it happened, but I mean, Jesus, you're 32.
31.
Whatever.
My wife's 32.
Well, you know,
I don't know why. I just throw her under the bus every chance I get.
I know. She's such a sweet woman.
She's the best.
She's very nice.
She really is great. We're taking our dog to get trained too.
Oh, wow.
Additional training. Yeah. Good luck, he says. All right. Let's get to it. Let's get to something you want to talk about.
I had while you were gone, I've never been less productive. You missed the least exciting 3 weeks of my life. I started by getting my booster, which is what I'm calling it, which just means I got COVID for the second time. So I was just very ill for like a week, nightmare. Yep. And then I got better, and then a couple days later I got a kidney stone.
Oh, dude. I've never had a kidney stone, and I should literally not drink this freaking Diet Pepsi as we talk about this.
Yeah, I
don't like Diet Pepsi. It's just what's available in studio. So,
dude, thank God you clarified that, because our listeners, if they know that a guy drinks Diet Pepsi, they're going to be emailing you, calling you a fag.
Hey, listen, you don't understand how big of a deal it is that, like, in my family, we drink Coca-Cola. We don't even fucking drink Pepsi. Get that whack shit out of here.
Yeah.
Okay. And then to go diet, it's like if my mother knew that I was consuming aspartame, she would disown me.
Like, honestly, spit in my mouth instead.
Yeah. As long as it's cola flavored.
So got a kidney stone, and it was luckily a very, very tiny one, and I passed it before I even went to the hospital, but I went and there was still traces of like crystallization and blood in my pee,
God.
which is gross.
Oh my God.
Which is how they said, okay, it was a kidney stone, but they gave me a scan, nothing was there.
Oh.
And
You passed it?
yeah, it was already.
What was that passing like?
I didn't even know it happened, but just the pain in my back was, and because I have such back issues, I at first was like, is this? I was just like,
yes,
I couldn't discern what it was, and then
the proper
it got
use of that word.
and then it got. I know, dude. I'm sometimes I nail it, and then I couldn't tell, and then it was just so bad that I was like, this can't be what I normally deal with. Like, this is on another level. So I went to the hospital the next day, and they put me on an IV, and did the test and whatever. But yeah, it was a tiny kidney stone that I passed on my own in a day, and still a lot of pain.
Relentless.
But luckily, like, it wasn't like I'm waiting for my real kidney stone so I can really weigh in because people say it's the worst pain you can experience as a man, and it was pretty bad, but it wasn't anywhere near the worst pain I've ever experienced. It was just really shitty.
Yeah. Well,
so it was a starter stone. I'm thinking about working up to bigger and better things later.
Sure.
But I don't think I'm ready for it yet. So hopefully that's all for now.
yeah. Well, okay, for the blowholes, please. Sorry.
Dude, we got a big old snot rocket last time. Were you about to vomit?
I was about to say something very poignant and necessary, but go ahead.
No. I want poignant. Yeah. What was it?
No, just if you are experiencing back pain in your lower back, fucking Diet Coke. Oh, Diet Coke. It's not great, but it is better. If you are experiencing, if you're experiencing back pain, please go get that shit checked out ASAP, because your kidney stone shit ruminates in the back. That's where it starts. Ruminates is just hanging out, but it starts in the back.
Yeah.
And you do not mistake it for like having slipped a disc or like just throwing your back out.
Right.
For real.
It was a little more burny than my normal back pain.
Okay.
That was how I discerned it. It just felt like a little deeper, a little more burneth. A little more burneth. So that was that, and then
burneth.
And then that's really like, I honestly though, I had like the least productive, most depressing couple weeks of just like feeling like shit. I had to cancel 3 shows in 1 week because of the viddy, and that was the worst, because 3 shows in a week is a pretty good week for me. And
that's a good week for anybody.
I was excited about all of them. One of them was ours that I had to like move and then rebook people, and then the people that couldn't take it, I had to book one the next month. It just made like you were. Oh, also the 13th next month. I want to confirm that with you.
Yeah, I'm in
Go. Hey, 13th, Naughty Pine.
We're doing
December
a show.
13th. We're doing a show.
Yep.
Naughty Pine Brewing, Westlake. Ugliest sweater gets a $10 gift card.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
cool. I'm going.
We're excited for it.
Wow.
But yeah, so
that.
Yeah, that was gross. That was Jewish.
You think my burp was fucking weird?
I'm just phlegming all over the place.
But here we go.
Spider-Man-esque.
I do have some questions about being in the hospital, because I've only been in the hospital for like surgery and stuff a couple of times.
I go to the hospital. I have good insurance. I go all the time.
Yeah, I have good insurance, but I don't go all that. I don't do it for kicks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also just ill in general. I'm just I have a lot of health problems.
So glad we do a podcast 2 feet from each other. But,
well, my problems are they're not contagious.
Yeah, okay.
If you suddenly slip a disc out of nowhere, then don't fucking blame me.
Well, so this is what I wanted to ask you. You have a lot of experience. I am petrified of getting the needle.
Oh, it doesn't bother me at all.
Doesn't bother you at all?
It's so funny you bring that up.
Or like the IV.
Doesn't bother me at all.
And then your body gets like, your hand gets cold.
Doesn't bother me at all.
Why?
Not in the least. It just doesn't bother me.
It feels like life leaving my body.
I've been slamming black tar for. I'm just kidding.
Now we're bringing Bilski into the pod.
Yeah, Sam Bilski, friend of the pod, ex-heroin addict, bisexual. We'll throw a picture of him up. Okay. He's also been on a weight loss journey. We don't need to talk about Sam Bilski.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Anyway, I'm completely unbothered by the needles. I always try to be so unbothered. Whenever I go to the hospital, I'm so on. I kill in hospitals because I always try to be funny and cheerful despite what I'm going through, because the people love it, because they're so sick of dealing with like nightmarish
sad
people, sick people.
Yeah.
And so I'm like always on. Like when I go to the hospital, it's like, dude, if I could do a show at a hospital, I would be famous.
I was gonna say, do you think you could bring some of that energy to the shows?
I'm working on it. But maybe if people just start stabbing me, maybe that's what I need.
I think you need. Do you need everybody? Because in my
give me an IV. That's what'll get me.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, in my experience, if there's a lot of medical professionals in the audience, it doesn't go great. So,
which is a funny you bring that up.
Okay.
Because we also did the worst show we've ever done. I've ever done.
At Naughty Pine?
No. Naughty Pine's great. I don't want to say where it was. I'm not going to put it out there. But
there's a lot of medical professionals.
But so we did a show. I know we're getting a little sidetracked here. But okay. I produced a show for my friend who was out of town, who was Nate. We know Nate.
Yeah, sure.
I produced a show for him. And the place that books the show booked like a Thanksgiving party for like a dentist's office that was in our space. They didn't tell them that there was a show coming. They didn't tell them, hey, you guys should get out of here at 8 or just enjoy the show. So we showed up, we tried to do the show, and it was the worst heckler experience I've ever had. This drunk dude was off the rip being like, next, not funny. Like It was like off the rip, dude. And I just go nuts on people like that. Mm-hmm. I'll just be immediately like, I hope your whole family dies of AIDS. Like, I don't give a fuck if you're going to yell at me.
These are dentists.
Well, that doesn't. They're not immune, you know. But I was the host, so I was trying to
get them
keep
to
the simpatico of get them to chill and get everybody else to have a good experience. But it just turned into all 6 comics all doing 10 minutes, and that 10 minutes for every single person was yelling at this dentist office. It was so bad that multiple sober people from the group were individually coming up to us being like, I'm so sorry for the behavior of these people in our group. They don't work at the office. They're like people's plus ones. And in all of the stand-up I've ever done, I have never had a random person from the audience walk up to the group of comics, because that just in general is kind of intimidating, and to apologize on behalf of someone in their party. And we had 5 people be like, I'm so sorry about, and it was just the worst show. Dude, it's the worst show I've ever done. And I've done a show in a Nazi bar.
Well, dude, at that's we got to get back to that. But you got to treat them like a wisdom tooth and get them removed from the audience.
Dude, it just was,
get them out of there.
That's a good joke.
That was great. I was sitting on that for half the story.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
But I just didn't have the option to kick them out really, and they were kind of the only people there. It was just one of those things. So survived. So yeah, while you were gone, I just was sick and dealing with terrible crowds, and so you didn't miss much of me. But I feel like this actually feels like my return to life. This podcast I feel like I'm being rebirthed. Rebirth.
But to that end, maybe you having a bad time is good, because this is probably our best ep.
Darkness before the storm, baby.
Yeah, darkness before the storm. Is that a Batman quote?
I feel like it's just a figure of speech. It's always darkest before the dawn. No, not darkest before the storm. It's darkness before the dawn.
Darkness before the What's the darkness
before the storm is just shitty and then shittier. We don't need to talk about Katrina, all right?
Yeah, no, we don't. That was in 2003.
Dude, thing about Katrina,
that's a 20-year-old
I don't think enough people died.
What? Enough. Okay, listen. Everything that happened in the past, we can't change it. We do wish that less people died in every event. Moving up, every event where somebody died, we wish less people died.
So you're telling me that when Hitler killed himself, you wish he lived? In every event that people died, you wish more people lived?
Every
tragedy.
Every tragic event.
Some would say when Hitler died, it was a tragedy.
Okay.
He had a vision.
You know what? The amount of people that died are fine then, I guess. You've talked me out of what I thought was a nice thing, and I no longer have the point. Everything that happened.
That's good. Everything that happened. Period.
Period. End of sentence.
I do have
that.
Are we? Can I introduce a new topic of conversation?
Dude, digress. How much time?
We got 15, right?
Yeah, 20.
20. Okay. Where were we? We got sidetracked.
Yeah.
With you were talking about getting blood drawn.
Yep.
So
well, just getting anything.
That doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
And
anesthesia, hate that.
I don't like anesthesia just because it kind of freaks me out afterwards. It makes me feel like I died, and I just freaks me out. But my girlfriend has veins that roll, And so she has like a horrible, it's really hard for them to stick her vein. And so they have to fish around a lot. And it's like, it's really like, it's one of those things that somebody would say it and you would think they're being dramatic. And then you witness it and you're like, oh, wow, they're really digging in there. And so whenever I get blood drawn, my first thought is just like, I'm glad it's me and it's not her. It's always just like, you know what? And I always go home and I tell her that. I'm like, every time I get blood drawn, I'm glad I had to deal with it and not you.
I got an image of your wife's veins all at a party being like, here, take one of the pink ones. They're rolling. Okay, that was dumb.
I didn't get it. I get it now. I get it now. I get it now.
Yeah.
Not my wife.
Sorry, your girlfriend. Who you're very serious about. And honestly, just fucking marry already.
No.
Okay. Well,
my thing I want no, we're not getting married yet or ever. I'm just being mean. She's wonderful.
So she has bad veins.
Bad veins, they roll, and that wasn't worth going back to the blood drawing thing. Anyway,
that's okay.
Here's something that I wanted to talk about at our episode that we had to cancel because of aforementioned illness. Mm-hmm. This was going to be my Thanksgiving story, so I'm gonna bust it out now.
Nice.
So,
is it a 12-minute story?
Probably 10.
Okay.
Do you want me to not tell it?
No, that's fine.
Okay. So going to Thanksgiving when I was young, when I was really young, my grandma was really nice. She's a wonderful woman.
Okay.
My grandma was really cool, very like mentally there, very involved. She was just like not an old person in conversationally. Yeah. You know, she didn't seem like that.
How old was she then?
Oh my gosh, she was 93 when she died, and she was probably 80,
80,
something like that. Okay. So when I would go, once I hit puberty, it was like, why don't you have a girlfriend? Like, why do you wear long sleeves? Are you self-conscious about your arms? Like, it was just like very like weirdly attacking everything about me when I was like, dude, I'm 15. Like, what do you want me to do? Get a girl? I can't even drive. Like, it was just really weird. And my cousin can attest to this. She was like this. My cousin's much older than me.
Okay.
She's 12 years older than me, but she also always got like the same kind of this weird, just, grandma Thanksgiving thing, but it was just always kind of intense. And so my grandpa died when I was 3, and then my grandma had a boyfriend named Sam who was like my grandfather, who was an amazing man, who was around for a while, and then he passed away when I was 17. He gave me my first car when I was 16. Just really great dude.
Cool.
I got my first girlfriend when I was 18. And
3 years after, she started talking shit.
No, dude, she started talking shit when I was like 30. You think I hit puberty when I was 15, dude? She started talking shit like when I was like 11 or 12.
Okay, my bad.
So I get a girlfriend. I'm like so happy that I'm going to be bringing a girl to like Thanksgiving after like years of like, why don't you have a girlfriend? Like, I really do. Like, I swear my grandma was like, are you gay? And I'm like, no, I'm just 15. Yes. It was like, it gave me like a complex. Like, I feel like I wasn't even trying to get a girl to like impress my friends. I just wanted my grandma to get off my fucking nuts.
Dude. Yeah, exactly. Well, that was the problem. If you had somebody else on your nuts, she wouldn't have to be there.
Exactly, dude. I needed to dismount her.
Yeah.
So
wait, what? I didn't know you were on top.
I needed her to
dismount.
I had to dismount my grandmother. She needed her to dismount me. No one's mounting.
All right.
My grandma. Okay. So I get my first girlfriend. We had this plan of going to Thanksgiving. I was like very excited for her to come with.
Yep.
And she was like, what should I wear? And of course I told her to wear like this really sexy, like titties out.
You told her to wear something hot?
Hot.
Oh boy.
Because I was just like, suck it, grandma. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
that's what she was thinking.
Yeah. So my first girlfriend had big old boobies, and she was wearing this low-cut red dress.
I've heard this. Can I just give you, would you refer to them as calcium cannons?
Calcium cannons,
nice.
If you will.
I will.
The Got Milk commercials really inspired. So we go to Thanksgiving, and my mom was like, I can't believe she wore this dress. And my family is very like, it's not like they were bothered, but it was just like a whoa, like that was a crazy choice, right? And of course at the time I was like, yeah, I don't know. I let her take the blame for the dress.
Oh my God, Harrison.
Yeah. So
you bag of dicks.
She shows up to Thanksgiving dinner, tits out.
Yep.
And we're sitting
for the boys.
Tits out for the girls, for my grandma. And we're sitting at
for the nan.
We're sitting at dinner, and my grandma goes, you know, and my grandfather, or my, you know, pseudo Sam guy, he had just died like 6 months before this. And then we're sitting at dinner and my grandma goes, I really wish that Sam would have lived because he would have loved your tits.
That is of all the things I thought she was gonna say.
I know. Dude, she was cool, but she just goes, yeah, dude, would have loved your tits.
Sam would have
loved those things, dude. He was a boob man. And so I just thought that was the funniest thing for my grandma to think. Like, you know, I finally bring this girl to whatever, the whole thing, and then the first thing she really says is just, you know, my ex would have loved your tits.
Dude.
But he's dead.
Yeah.
A funny way of grieving. I don't know. I just feel like my whole family has always had that kind of funny mindset. Definitely rubbed off on me.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say that they've always like been obsessed with tits. But
well, I mean that too, but
there's nothing wrong with that.
I come from a long line of boob men, but
yeah. What the? Yeah, you guys are well fed. You guys, no Similac over here.
So that was my Thanksgiving story that I didn't get to tell until after Thanksgiving.
Oh my God. I mean, if you could find a way to bring up your grandma every episode, I'd love to make that recurring.
Oh, my grandma's awesome, dude. I probably could.
Jesus.
My grandma was so funny and
also bring up more of your 18-year-old girlfriends. Just kidding. Everybody, I see you. I'm kidding. Okay. Anyway.
So I don't know, you got any crazy like family any like, you know, but I mean, go ahead and ask me whatever you're gonna.
Well, no, not even a question, but I obviously went back to New York, and part of that was for Thanksgiving, which was cool, and I had a really good time. My family was nice. Got to golf with my father-in-law, which was fun. But I got to hang out with some of they're like my step nephews, and these kids, dude, these kids are smart. They're like, they kind of blew me away with how smart they were.
Yep.
Cause they were like, and one of them found out that I was an engineer, and they started asking me a bunch of questions about like how shit works.
Funny.
What?
How funny for the kids to be interested in your engineering and not your comedy.
I know they have no interest in the comedy, but they just want to know because they're young, dude. Young people, they don't like speak well, but they want to know how the world works.
Sure,
right?
yeah.
And we were talking about tornadoes, and I was like, I know it was weird. They're like obsessed with Oklahoma in the 1930s, the Dust Bowl.
What a hilarious obsession!
I know,
so all your little cousins are autistic.
Yeah, a little bit. But they're good kids. But they don't speak well. Like they drop a lot of article adjectives and shit, like a and the. Those are the article adjectives. And so he was trying to like help me understand. He was trying to find out how tornadoes work. And I know you're bored here.
No, I'm just checking the time.
He would the way he asked the question, I thought was like, I was like, this is fucking cute. He'd be like, how dare you?
How old is this kid?
It's 3 years old.
Oh, okay.
He'd be like, how dare you? Like, how did you turn? How dare you? How did you turn? How dare you? Okay.
No way. Is it all made up?
Yeah, my cousins didn't even come. My nephew didn't even come.
Get the fuck out of here! I don't know how you keep getting me.
Is that fun? Was that good?
Yeah, dude. You're literally saying, how dare you? And I didn't even get it. I don't know how you keep doing this.
How'd the air you around, man? We don't know.
Dude, this running gag is incredible.
Really? You enjoy it?
It
Amen.
Man, good job. Good how dare you.
Thank you. I mean, I felt like I came ready to the pod today. We brought a gift. We brought a how dare you.
Yeah. I mean, you did. I feel like I came ill prepared.
No, we've had some great laughs. Dude, your grandma and her obsession with tits is one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
I've been thinking about turning that into a bit, actually. I've been thinking about working that story into a bit.
Also, not to get back, let's get back on Thanksgiving real quick. You should turn it into a bit.
Yeah.
But no turkey at my Thanksgiving, which bothered me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know what? That bothers me too. I went to a Friendsgiving that was kind of the bigger gathering. That was just everybody brings food, and then my girlfriend got food poisoning, and then
LA, man, everyone hires a chef.
And then my actual Thanksgiving was just me and my dad and her, and he cooked the whole thing, and it was really good. It was nice. But I have had Thanksgivings where the no turkey thing bums me out.
It bums me out. It's not that like...
It's actually probably the only holiday thing.
Yeah.
I don't care about the Christmas tree. I stopped doing the Christmas tree a long time ago.
Oh, dude.
It's just you're a big under the tree. Oh yeah, you got a real tree, didn't you?
Yeah, we definitely got a real tree.
You're a real tree guy. I've never had a real tree.
We are, major decor. Watch that. I know the listeners, you can't see. Maybe we'll put it up.
Lots of lights. Wow, the apartment is full of lights.
Dude, that's
big tree, about as big as you could get in the apartment.
Yeah, that's it. I just wanted to show you the lights up top.
That's great.
Yeah, this took me like maybe 6 hours to do.
Yeah. I'm not festive like that. I stopped doing the tree when I got my first dog died, and then we got a puppy, and we were just like, we can't deal with. And then we just never. When I was 17, I got a new dog.
Okay.
And then we were just like, he's going to knock over the tree. It's going to be too much. So we stopped doing it that year. And then that stopped it forever.
Oh my God.
It was 1 year off. And then this was so funny too, because my mom was the Jewish one, but she was the one that would still like really do all of
the Christmas
stuff.
Yeah.
And so I remember her just being like, I'm Jewish. I'm retired from doing Christmas. If your dad wants to do it, he can. And he never picked up the slack. So it never.
Dude, what really upsets me about that is like two of the best things in life, dogs and Christmas, were at odds there.
I know. I prefer dogs to Christmas. If I had to pick one,
sure.
But yeah, they were at odds. They were.
That's
a funny perspective.
I make my dog.
You say things sometimes where I'm just like, I like your brain, man.
Thanks, dude.
The tree and the dog, two of our favorite things. They were at odds. What a weird observation that I for some reason just really enjoyed.
I'm thinking of turning it into a bit.
I think you should.
No, I don't. I'm
know
not
you're
going to
just.
turn it into a bit. Yeah, I'm just doing a riff there.
No,
riff a diff.
Good job.
Well, for the blowholes at home, and I don't know if you're actually going to be very happy about this, but we got some advice off camera from some listeners.
I'm already going to cut this.
I
already am going to cut this.
All right, never mind then. We don't need to talk about it. We don't need to talk. Let's just say our riffs are better, and we're letting each other finish our sentences.
Yeah, we're trying to be a little bit better about. It's just harder to edit and do clips and stuff when we're interrupting each other. But it's also hard not to interrupt as someone with severe ADHD that if I don't say what's on my mind, gets lost to the ethers forever.
Yeah, but it's also ethos. But it's not. I'm sorry, dude.
No, ethers. Isn't it the ethers? So you lose it to the ether?
No, things go out. Oh wait, shit. You might be right. Oh yeah, I think you're right.
You got to put the dick in your mouth now. Okay. Now that
now,
dude, you bring one penis-shaped thing to the podcast, and we both put it in our mouth already.
But it was your idea both times.
This is true.
Okay, as long as
usually when a penis is going in a mouth in my life, it has been my idea.
That's pretty funny. It's almost never my idea.
Because he was molested.
That's not what I was referencing, but I get why it would be funny to think that. All right. Did we start on time? Are we at an hour?
Yep.
All right.
We're about
in summation. Everyone that's died in the past, we're fine with it.
I would have been cool with my mom living a little longer.
Golly. That was there's you know what? If there's a lot of people that we're sorry for your loss.
If you could bring back one person, who would it be?
I don't want to answer that.
That's fair. That's fair. The guy that molested you so you can really beat him up as an older person.
No, he's still around.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Let's fucking get him.
No, it's not worth it.
I'll rape him.
No, it's really not worth it. I also don't think you'd enjoy it.
I probably wouldn't. This was a weird note to end on. What were you gonna end on? I feel like you
cut this.
Very possible. So I feel like you had a nice, light, effervescent note to end on. I feel like
that was nice.
Yeah,
yeah. Effervescence and no, I got nothing. I honestly, let's see here.
Well, we don't need something special. Okay.
Wait a second.
Okay.
So we can run a little long, maybe cut some bullshit, whatever. Just maybe 2-3 minutes.
Okay.
I have 4 options for how I want to potentially introduce my child, like introduce myself to my child when they're born.
This is good. I feel like we should save it.
Well, maybe we can do it in like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. Or maybe 8 minutes. I don't know. I only have 4 options.
Okay, yeah, let's hear it.
All right. So the first one is hi there, I'm Chris Wakus. I'm your father.
Yeah.
That's the first one.
That seems pretty. Yeah. I mean, I don't think the concept of shaking hands is inherently born into a 1 day old, but
yeah,
it's a possibility.
All right.
It'll be funny on the handy cam.
All right. Option 2, a baby, like Hurricane Chris.
I don't like that one.
Okay. All
I
right.
don't like that one. I just feel like it's just
What? Hey, baby, let me holler at you. How about that one?
don't holler at your baby.
Okay.
That's what your molester did to
That's
you.
holla style. All right. Fourth one is fourth one's Casey and JoJo style. Baby, 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 baby.
Okay.
What do we think? Do we? Yeah, you were like, I bet this could be good.
Yeah, no, this is no. I thought this was gonna be real, and it's just stupid. So I'm glad that we're
Well, we can
not stupid like I didn't want to. Not stupid. Not stupid like I didn't want to hear it. It's
Yeah.
just a stupid goof. You know?
I mean, I'm thinking
What's
about
the
all
fourth?
this seriously.
Yeah. I mean, baby. Oh, yeah. You could do JB.
Ooh, sorry, I was definitely sharp.
You could do. That's okay. You are sharp.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey.
All right. So my note was flat. But I'm sharp.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I know that I have to do something, and I don't.
You had one more. You said 4, then you gave me 3.
No, I gave you 4.
Oh,
I
did
gave
you?
I gave you.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Let me holler at you. Hi there, I'm Chris Wakus, I'm
Dude,
your father.
I think
Baby.
I think that you should do baby, I'm gonna leave you. What? I ain't joking, woman, I got to ramble.
Is this a real song?
Yeah, dude, Babe, I'm gonna leave you by Led Zeppelin. It would make a lot more sense if you were black.
Well, and so here's the thing. You'd do great in New York. You'd do great on that one show specifically.
One racist show.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, that's fucking hilarious. I don't want to leave him.
The good thing is you don't have to, but we got to leave our listeners. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to
love
this
you,
episode
blowholes.
of the Pleasure Well podcast. We love our blowholes. Thank you guys for tuning in every week. We appreciate it so much. Every time you guys message or text either of us any of your thoughts, positive or critical, we're just so happy to hear them to know that you're listening. You can always email pleasurewellpod@gmail.com if you have any questions or anything you want us to talk about on the pod.
Yep.
Thank you, Chris, for this wonderful
Help us
giraffe
name the
penis
dick.
gift. Help us name the penis giraffe. And I might be willing to just say his name is Portricia.
I love
think
Portricia.
that's cute. Portricia the whale.
Cool.
So now we have a new thing to name. So we always give homework. And I think there's only one thing left to do. Dude, the dog and Christmas at odds. I love that.
I loved everything.
So good. Bye, everybody.
Awesome.